What's up, everybody? Welcome to Friday Night Frights. It is I, the Crypt Keeper.
You're not
The
Killer Cow.
Fright Keeper.
The Fright Keeper.
I know I'm not usually on this show, but I thought because Killer Cow and Tony Midnight have taken over my show,
Yeah.
a little revenge is necessary. And sitting in for Killer Cow this week,
Yeah.
Shaggy the Fright Keeper.
The Fright Keeper.
The
Man.
Fright Keeper. I like that.
I sometimes I get it mixed up and I say like Fright Creeper.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, why is it that you guys have like theme music and stuff under you, but when I come on the show, there's like dead silence? Are you trying like implying something? Did the production value of Friday Night Frights go down? There we go.
Oh my god, I pressed the wrong thing.
Are you sure?
Yes, I did.
He's like, I pressed the wrong thing. I don't know. That sounds kind of right to me. Today's, or I should say tonight's episode of Friday Night Frights.
You did it too. You're like, today. Oh, I remember tonight.
Yeah, it's
Look, you're lucky
confusing,
I even know what planet I'm on.
Right?
I've been filling
Mars. We're on Mars.
So
He's
are
like,
you
what
from
show
Venus?
is this? Yeah, I am, actually.
Oh,
Have you
Friday
read my
Night
book?
Frights.
I saw something interesting on the internet real quick.
Oh,
Really?
The
before we even tell them what the show's about.
the plants, the NASA plants of terraforming Mars.
Yeah, they're sending my husband up.
Terraforming.
He doesn't know
He
he's
told
going.
me
She
that
volunteered him.
His mothership is coming. He told me.
Oh, no.
You're sitting within like 100 years or so.
Oh, yeah,
Earth-
well.
Mars would be
I'll
the
finally
other
get my house after all these
by
years.
by jamming nuclear missiles on each side of the pole of the planet, letting the ice break free.
Well, what
What?
article was he reading?
It was on Facebook. You believe everything's on Facebook.
He was
my
drinking
friend.
that night.
Sorry, man.
Did you happen to read this article or see this
He's
thing
like,
on
I heard they
420?
got a hot tub
Yeah,
up
it was
there.
on 420.
Oh.
Happy
Yeah.
420.
Well, by
But
the
it's,
way,
it's Friday night, so you know.
Yeah.
421.
They're still celebrating 420.
Actually, today is 421 would be my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
422.
422.
422.
422.
Oh my God! Did
421
everybody
tomorrow.
celebrate 420 this week? Oh my God! This is fast forward.
That's right. I'm so confused.
This is flash forward. We've all lost time
We've
this
lost
week.
a day and a night.
Let's
Call
act-
Scully.
We're
Call
a
Scully. Call Scully.
activate the TARDIS.
No.
Doctor, help us. Well, tonight on Friday Night Frights, we'll be talking about
Creepy dolls.
creepy dolls, creepy toys, inspired
toys.
by creepy movies.
Yes, sir.
It's the world of horror merchandise.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you
Yep.
know what? I got to start off with my absolute favorite, Barbie.
Barbie Beauty Fun. Welcome to the Barbie Beauty Salon.
Barbie's here to have her hair done.
Well, we've got the latest beauty supplies.
You put the salon together. Great shaped Barbie dolls sold separately.
Shampoo today? Or do you want streaks?
Streaks?
Barbie wants red. Beautiful. Barbie Beauty Salon, styling and streaking our specialty.
The Barbie Beauty Salon with 2 hair streaking wands, play shampoo, and all this. Barbie sold separately. New from Mattel.
Barbie.
Barbie is scary.
And you know, Tony Midnight didn't know this before the show, but Barbie, has anybody ever experienced the Uncanny Valley? It's a sci-fi horror story, the Uncanny Valley.
It's called Valley Girl
Never read it.
No.
with Nicolas Cage.
No, and it's not Valley of the Dolls or any of that stuff. No. The Uncanny Valley, where everybody started to. It's a lot like the movie Surrogate. Everybody started to be replaced by
Yeah.
perfect-looking robot replacements.
Oh, it's like My Strange Addiction when the guys wore those rubber faces that look like Barbie dolls.
Yeah, or Stepford Wives.
Oh, yeah, right.
So, I mean, if you think about it,
It's like that Twilight Zone episode, the one with the electric grandmother.
the Electric Grandmother.
Electric grandmother.
That was on where a single
That
dad
was an ABC after school
That
film.
wasn't
Yeah.
the TV show
Yes,
with the
it was.
robot girl
My
in the
Electric
closet.
Grandmother.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was the Disney
Well,
Presents
it.
on ABC.
Well, actually, the title of the episode was
Where did you find
the
this
Body
guy?
Electric.
I sing the body electric.
I sing the body electric. Electronic data processing system in the shape of an elderly woman with the incredible ability of giving loving supervision to your family.
Eyes, hair, ears, slender or sturdy, short or tall.
You mean we get to pick out the color of eyes she'll have?
He was
Was
just
it-
roaming
was-
around someplace.
The Body Electric was the title of the episode of the Twilight Zone. And
Okay, but let's get back to Barbie, because
Barbie.
have you ever looked in her soulless little eyes?
Yes, I do every day because my son watches Barbie.
Now, I like the soundtrack on this show, by the way.
Now the
I
original
couldn't
Barbie
figure
or
out why
the
my son
plus
liked
size
Barbie
now.
until he told me last week that she's really pretty.
What do you mean plus-size Barbie?
There's plus size
What's
Barbie
a
now.
plus size Barbie
They
now?
just made Barbie more normal
More
looking.
plump
So we have
looking.
more curvy Barbies, more natural looking.
more
Barbie.
politically correct.
More politically correct
Wow.
Barbie.
This
Can
is
we have
news
one
to you.
one Barbie that
This
has
is news to you.
one
Welcome to
boob
Friday
smaller
Night
than the
Frights
other?
for you serious Barbie collectors tonight. Did you know there's now Shapely Barbie?
Yeah.
But
Shapely.
that doll, though,
Her name's Barbara.
if you watch some of the old horror films, if you watch some of the old horror films, what doll in any little girl's bedroom?
Raggedy Ann.
Oh, no. We're talking 70s, 80s, late 70s, not 60s, 70s. Okay. What was the first doll that would always come to life, walk across the desk, spin her little blonde head around?
Chatty Cathy.
Chatty Cathy.
Chatty Cathy.
Talkie Tina.
It was Barbie.
It was not Barbie. I don't remember that.
Well, that's because they couldn't use the Barbie name because Mattel wouldn't license it, so they gave it names like Chatty Cathy.
I remember
and
this
all of
movie.
that.
Yes, I remember this now. Yeah, why don't I remember
What about
that?
Toy
Right.
Soldiers when
Yes.
Barbie, tried to hook up with the little soldiers and stuff?
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to say Barbie is
Toy
a woman
Story.
of loose
Toy Story.
moral, but
Little Skipper came about after that.
and you
Her
notice
s- her s-
Ken did
her-
not resemble Skipper.
Not
Her,
at all.
her slutty sister.
Yeah.
But it always shocks me though, because horror movies, when we talk about like kids' toys and things, kids' toys
Yeah.
are always the most innocent thing that we can think of. When we think of childhood, something that our Jawa does daily, we do think we think of toys as being the safe thing, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you have these normal toys come to life. The
Well,
creepiest
I
one to
know
me
it
was always Barbie.
No, it was when My Buddy came out, right
My
around
Buddy.
the time when Chucky came into this.
Chucky.
Into our world.
Ac-
And then My Buddy.
Actually,
Think
the-
about it.
Actually, the Twilight Zone did another episode of that with dolls. It was called Talkie Tina, where Talkie
Oh,
Tina.
Talkie
You know
Tina
what
was
he
a doll.
is?
My name is Talkie Tina.
That actually was it all.
And I don't.
Okay,
like
you guys watch
you.
South Park, right?
Yes.
You remember, Major Chaos
Yeah.
and his assistant, the
Yeah.
one that kept saying, "Oh, the Simpsons did it. Oh, the Simpsons did it." Don't turn this into a show of, "Oh, that was on the Twilight Zone." Look, we know that everything in modern horror was based off of the works of Rod Serling.
Yeah.
We don't need you to parrot it the whole show. Rod Serling did it. Rod Serling did it.
Yeah, and plus they didn't only do it on Twilight Zone. There's Outer Limit episodes as well.
By the way,
True.
Rod Serling, Twilight Zone did an episode of a guy trapped in a radio booth.
Ooh.
Don't make me live that episode out.
Deadly.
Was that the Howard Stern movie?
No. But getting back to scary things.
Yeah.
Okay. Dolls, little girl dolls to me.
Yes.
I mean, even with Chucky out there, and don't get me wrong, I wanted to buy Chucky just so that, I could scare my friends with him at that point. It's like, you know what? Yeah, hey.
Chucky.
You're going to
Dolls
share your
from,
G.I. Joes or my doll's going to kill you.
It was all the dolls that were before my childhood that freaked me out, like my mom's dolls, like those glass dolls,
The little
with
porcelain,
the porcelain faces,
dolls,
Yeah.
and then
with
the eyes would open and close.
Scary.
If you
Oh,
laid
God.
down.
Yeah. You would pick them up and they would go from, like, corpse to zombie.
Yeah, and then
Mhm,
back in the 80s, my mom took like this class to make those lifelike ceramic dolls. Remember those were like really
Yeah.
popular in the magazines, and it would look like a real baby. and it like kind of freaked you out.
And we went from real babies to real dolls.
Yeah, but they were super scary.
My
eyes
grandma
open.
back when I was a little kid.
Back when he was watching the Twilight Zone.
She had
Okay, no, just say when you were a kid. You're still little.
she had a collection of dolls on her shelf, and whenever I would go to her house, I swear the dolls would always follow me. And
she doesn't happen to be
I
from
hate
Haiku.
those dolls, by the way.
There was a lady in
Yeah.
Haiku that I almost rented a house from that had a room full of dolls that told me that if I rented the house, the
It's
dolls
haunted.
had to stay there.
Okay, well, name a movie right now that made you really question, as a kid for the first time, opening the toy chest.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I want to say more recently Annabelle really freaked me
Annabelle.
out.
Oh, well, it was.
But
When we were
Child's
kids.
But
we were
dolls.
kids.
It was child's
Child's
play.
Play.
Yeah,
Child's
I think
Be the
Child's
first
Play.
one.
and
yeah.
I would say dolls for me
And
came
dolls,
out in the 80s.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That really
Another
freaked
cool
me out.
movie.
That and
I
Gre-
hid
that
all
and-
my own dolls after
That
that.
and Gremlins.
I was about to say,
Oh
no,
my
mine
God.
was Gremlins.
Really? I thought Gremlins were so
I never
cute.
got scared of anything until
pets.
Gizmo came along.
Really?
But they
I
were
love
pets.
Gizmo.
Whenever you would open the box, and you see the little paws just come out of the box.
Yeah, well, the thing about that is, though, is because the story with Gremlins, and, you know, I know it was a story about secretly premarital sex. I know that that's what the secret subplot was about, but...
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh, my God.
I'm so late to the story. I'm so late.
I know that that's what it's about. You know, something about after midnight. You know what I'm talking.
After
I know what you're talking
midnight.
But that was taking something that any child would want, and you know, you could see any baby or something like that just cuddling the little Gizmo doll and stuff. But at the same time, if you think about the movie Gremlins, it's like you're one drop of water away and one errant cracker from this thing ripping your face off and wearing your entrails as Mardi Gras beads, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's horrifying to me.
Imagine if that movie was R-rated.
You know, and that's the thing.
They would have gotten away with some stuff, man.
Remember when PG-13 was actually
Bloody. Bloody.
Yeah.
Only in the horror genre has that kind of stayed a consistent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You get into the rom-coms and stuff like that. They've backed away from the scary stuff. But Gremlins. Gremlins was the first one for me that really kind of, because you go by and you see all the plush toys and stuff, and then you're like, what happens if I feed this thing? You know?
It was a stuff.
When we would take a bath, we would bring our favorite toy with us. Be like, I don't want to get it wet. What would happen if I bring it into the tub with me? And
What, you brought your Ewoks into the tub?
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I do.
His Ewok was already in the tub.
Oh my gosh.
I miss you, Chewie.
Oh, shit. I love this woman.
Did you like that visual?
Yeah. Friday Night Frights, 88.5 FM on the radio. AKAKU Blue on TV, sitting in for Killer Cow. Fried Keeper Shaggy. Tony, the
Yes.
Midnight.
What happened?
Allie, LBG.
LBG.
Yep. And Al,
Al Jawas here.
the living Ewok admirer.
Living Ewok.
Ewoks, though, were another one to me. And I know Star Wars wasn't really all... it's not a horror
scary.
film.
It's not a horror movie.
It's
but
not a horror movie, but...
You were scared
I
by
thought
Ewoks?
was cute.
Ewoks, to me, though...
It's wicked.
Yeah, no. I mean, because every movie that you see that, like, pod people... Like, so let's get into some of the B movies and stuff like that. You know, they have these characters that look kind of cutesy and stuff like that. And as a kid, you're just kind of like, oh, they're adorable, and I want to hug them and stuff. And then you, like, see them, like, gutting and disemboweling people.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you never want to go to the toy chest again.
I don't know. I felt like all my stuffed animals were alive when I was a kid, and I couldn't like throw one away because then the other one might
would
be
come
sad. Like it'll be like sad because I threw the other guy away as like his best friend. I was like hoarding stuffed animals. I was like a stuffed animal hoarder.
Okay, Allie, I didn't get a chance to ask you. First movie for you where you went back to the toy chest and you're going,
Dolls. Dolls, totally.
Ever been afraid of a storm? Think everything will be all right in the morning?
Suppose there is in the morning.
Tonight, in this storm, in this house, you will discover something you've never been afraid of before.
They're alive, aren't they?
Dolls. They want to play with you. Dolls.
I was like really little, and I remember my brother made me watch it, and
He did that on purpose.
Literally put my dolls in the closet for a hot minute. And my grandma made me this Raggedy Ann doll right around that time, and then it would freak me out. And so then she made one for my daughter, and it would freak my daughter out even.
Scary fact: the Raggedy Ann doll is the basis of
a horror film.
Annabelle.
Yes,
Yes,
that's true.
I was reading that somewhere.
Yeah, but
Annabelle really freaked me out. I didn't want to do laundry
Yeah,
for like a year after
Annabelle
that.
the real Annabelle sits in a glass case at the Warren's Museum of
Yes.
Demons
It's
and
a real
Paranormal.
doll.
It's a real doll. And
It's really scary.
yeah.
And you know, we've all had those houses that you go into, like the grandparents, the tutus and stuff.
That lady in
Yeah.
Haiku.
Yeah.
That lady in Haiku had these scary dolls in her house, like scary, and they were shelves, like all the way down, just dolls. And she's like,
And
"They
you know,
all have
I
to
know
stay
it's
here."
it's not based on a horror movie, but the American Girl, the American dolls.
Girl dolls. Yeah.
Oh, tell me about it. I feel like a horror movie every time I have to buy one. They're like $120.
Talk about, that's a horror movie in itself right there.
I mean, you know, of course, there's the Bratz dolls, but they're just.
I just broke down and bought this American Girl doll this year, too.
Don't you notice that as you move around the room, its eyes follow you? It always seems to be staring.
Funny.
Oh my God, my sister's here. My sister finally showed up.
Do we have a mic?
Hang on. We get.
We have a mic for you now. What are you doing? Where are you going?
Wait, we have your.
No, we got a mic. We got a mic.
We got your stick.
Gee whiz.
So you came to hang out with us after.
I see Swan just got back from Coachella. How was it over there?
How was Coachella?
Yeah. Did you see Kendall Jenner? Here you go, sir. Yeah.
Did you see?
Oh man, it was
Kendall
magical.
Okay, so this week's topic, we're talking about toys, either from horror films or just toys that scare the crap out of you. Now, I know right now you've probably dropped the brown acid. But
what color's brown to me? I'm colorblind.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't know this about him. He has special glasses now.
I don't even know what color shirt I'm wearing right now.
Did you know I had a guy paint murals in my house that was colorblind? I started.
And that's interesting because some colorblind people are actually pretty good at coloring stuff.
No, stay in character, man. We like Coachella Swan.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
Cool, man. Yeah. So
groovy, baby. Groovy.
Yeah. So dude.
Where's my car?
Yo, where, like when you were a kid, what was the first movie you ever watched that contained toys that
I got scared of?
You got scared to go back to the toy chest.
Oh man, that would be Child's Play.
Child's Play seems to be winning. I mean,
well,
I
if you
understand
want,
it.
when I was 3, my mom said I was scared of Toy Story 1. I don't know how the heck that happened. See, look, I got a reaction like that, man. That's why I don't say it.
Don't say it. No
Man.
Chucky. No Charles.
Well, there's
Lee
like
Ray.
a bunch of memes about that.
Yeah.
Well, I could see how it would scare a little kid. I'm a mom with little ones, and the toys that come to life.
No,
and
it
then,
was Randy Newman. Totally,
And
it was.
literally, like my son goes
You
to sleep,
got a
and he
friend
gets
in
scared of
me.
his little toys.
You got a friend in me. No, that'll scare the kid. Sound like diarrhea. And it's Randy Newman.
Oh my god.
That's what scared you, man. Heavy. So Tony Midnight.
Yo.
Let's say if you had to pick a movie other than Child's Play.
I think you'll say Puppet Master.
Yeah.
God, that was another one.
The Puppets of Andre Toulon. First, they made you smile. And then they made you die. Blade, Pinhead, Jester, Leech Woman, and Tunneler. Now the show has begun again. And this time, their master is back from beyond the grave.
You brought me back.
And Andre Toulon is proud to present the newest addition to his terrifying troupe.
You may think you got the powers of hell on your side.
Torch. They thought they could unlock Toulon's secrets.
It's amazing.
But what these researchers have opened,
No one will escape.
We're all in danger as long as we remain in this house.
is a Pandora's box of death.
Our work must be completed tonight. No more ghostly games, trick or treat.
Puppet Master 2. His unholy creations hold the strings to your life.
I know how to get into things.
Puppet Master was really bad.
I can read Mr. Midnight and Kill a Cow like a book.
What The Conjuring?
What bad? Man, that was pretty unique.
No,
to
I mean
me.
like as far as the spook factor on it.
I mean, demonic toys wasn't scary at all for you? I found
No,
that
it was
silly.
See, okay, that's the thing about
Demonic Toys too. Whew.
For 66 years, evil has been waiting, watching, wanting for someone to play with its toys.
Gonna have a lot of fun here tonight, friend.
Get back!
It's the toys. Someone's inside the toys.
What do you want?
Oopsie daisy.
Before the night is through, I'll be born in a human body, flesh and blood.
Demonic toys. Playtime has begun.
You know, okay, when it comes to Puppet Master, it wasn't the amount of toys that they used.
It was how they looked.
It's how they looked.
Because they're based on a little
You're
Nazi.
you're a big fan of Rod Serling, right?
Yes.
You like the Twilight Zone, don't you? I think I've heard you mention it 4 dozen times at the beginning of this show. Puppet Master was one of those movies that used classic, great suspense-based horror.
Yes.
it wasn't so much the dolls and the puppets themselves. It was the thought in your head of, oh my God, what are they capable of?
Well, I know the least threatening one was Jester. I mean, you really
he
didn't
just-
see him do much.
Yeah, he just sat there and like changes his face.
Yeah, but it's like Al Jawa, you know, just because he doesn't do much
Yeah, but that
doesn't
would
mean
scare
behind
you
the
if you were
scenes.
Well, he
sleeping at
did
night and
something
you
in
looked over at
Demonic
the
Toys
shelf
versus
and
Puppet
the
Master.
Doll's face changed.
Yeah.
That'd freak
Like,
you out. That's all it takes for me.
His just head just spins and it's changed. Like he's happy and then he's like mad and then he's sad.
Oh yeah.
But what about Leech Woman?
Yeah.
No, Leech Woman wasn't that scary. I think Blade was more scary. Than
I was
her.
about to
It's
say,
kinda
no,
gross.
like,
It's the
Small
gross one.
Soldiers was a little bit.
Yeah,
different.
there's one
Oh,
with the drill.
that was a good one.
There was one with the drill on his head. There was one that shoot flames, and like you have one that spits leeches out of him.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
big lady
God, I
in the
don't
other
ever wanna
movie
be
didn't
by
take.
Blood sucking. Where did the leeches
Yeah.
come from?
Ugh,
Why they
I hate
build up in
leeches.
their belly? It's so supernatural right there.
Ugh.
It's crazy.
It reminds me of
They're
this.
like little blood
No
clots.
comment on that.
John Hurt.
And then
you know?
and then part 3 they gave us 6-shooter.
Oh yeah, 6-shooter was amazing. I thought that was 4.
No,
It was
6-shooter.
It was 4.
Yeah,
it was
3 arms
Awesome.
on each side.
No,
3
I
arms.
mean, I thought it was movie
Oh,
4 he
really?
came back in.
No, it's
You
3.
know, that's based
Oh,
off
man,
of the
that's
Hindu
awesome.
god of destruction, Shiva the Destroyer.
Yeah.
You know, I like some of them had a very like World War II look to them.
Every so often, I know things.
You know stuff, man.
Oh.
But yeah, Puppet Master is like one of the biggest. Like, I believe like after the first movie, all the other sequels that came out was just for marketing the toys.
If you want something scary, you should watch Demonic Toys vs. Puppet Master. Corey Feldman's horrible in that movie.
Demonic Toys.
He
Versus,
was
oh
pretty
yeah,
horrible in
yeah,
that movie,
yeah.
wasn't he? Oh god.
I have
was a
that
good point.
movie.
That was a great
Okay.
point.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Corey Feldman, but that was scary to me.
Corey.
The
At
acting.
least he got work. At least he got work.
Well, let's.
Well, that was back when
We
he did
haven't
get
got a
work.
chance to ask Jawa yet. And oh, by the way, can you go let somebody in up front? The dealer's here.
Oh, I'll go get the dealer.
Ah, okay.
All right.
All right. You,
Okay.
Al Jawa,
Who's
as
the
a
dealer?
kid, who was the person or the movie that made you go to the toy chest for the first time and just go, no, you're not coming out anymore?
Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah.
Care Bears.
Hi, I'm Teddy Rocks.
What?
Care Bears.
Care
What?
Bears. I
They-
hated Care Bears. I'm
Man, that doesn't
That's
make
a
no sense to me.
cartoon.
How is it the Care Bears?
Okay, well, you know, they're cute, they're fluffy, they look at you with that.
Can we just bring this up? Tony Midnight from Friday Night
Yeah.
Frights. He just said Care Bears on a horror show.
Why?
I would be more
What?
scared of Smurfs because they're all dudes until Gargamel made a female Smurf. So that tells you what was the after school activities like for them.
Why
no,
do you
we're
think they
talking
were all blue?
We're
Yeah.
supposed to be talking about creepy dolls, evil toys, and
Yeah.
puppets.
And,
Okay,
and I
a
mean, if
little
we
village
want
of
to, if
creepy
we
blue guys in
and
the
we
middle of
haven't
the
even
forest.
got to cartoons yet. We're still on movies.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to cartoons, I have a plethora of great horror based.
Right, where were you when we did the animation?
Yeah, where
the
were you
talk,
on
the
that,
horror cartoon stuff?
Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody had to keep the Frights while somebody was in Vegas partying.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, you remember that was the week that I was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was here.
The week Shaggy was super.
I was
Shaggy.
sitting in the
yeah.
studio of Friday Night Frights all by myself. Yeah,
that's right.
It was
That's right.
sad,
we,
man.
we pre-recorded that stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I wasn't there that day. But you know, there was a couple of feature length movies
Mm-hmm.
that even though you wouldn't think they were horror, when you watch the movies and then you look at the toys that came out about them, really up the creep factor.
You know how to open the door? Somebody
Yeah.
needs to open the door for.
Yeah.
I'll go and help out, man.
Run.
Be back in 2 shakes.
Quick.
No, man, we don't want no shake.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I got a pile with my name on.
But
Gee.
let's get a legitimate horror movie out
I
of you.
just
said-
though.
Okay,
Okay, legitimate, and try not to make it child's play.
I just said Jew for some reason. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Besides Child's Play.
Yeah.
We already said demonic toys, so.
Saw with that little doll.
Yeah.
Jigsaw.
Hey.
Hello. I'd like to play a game with you. Up until now, you've just sat there as a voyeur watching other people in their videos without care about who that person is, well, what do voyeurs see when they look into the mirror? Let's find out. Right now you are being watched.
Jigsaw.
That's
What about The Conjuring?
The Conjuring?
Yeah.
Nobody's mentioned The Conjuring yet.
That's
but
where that's where Annabelle came from. Annabelle started with The Conjuring.
But Jigsaw was a good concept because, you know, for years and years and years, American culture was inundated with like ventriloquist dummies.
Yes.
You know?
Ventriloquist dummies are always kind of scary too.
Yeah.
And people still do that, which is kind of scary.
Howdy doody.
Well, if you watch,
Duty.
you know, and I'm going to say this, if you watch Twilight Zone.
Yes, there was another Twilight Zone with the.
I knew
with
you
the
were going to bring up the
ventriloquist
Twilight
doll.
Zone. Thank you, man. How'd it go?
We couldn't get it open. Me and Aaron couldn't open the door, man.
Me, Aaron, and you.
Yeah.
Should I go open the door now?
No, somebody from the front desk finally went.
Friday Night Frights. We'll scare your pants off, but we won't let you in.
Yeah.
Because we're not intelligent enough to know how to unlock a door.
Alrighty
No,
then.
since we're talking about like horror-based toys and stuff, wouldn't Krampus kind of fall underneath that? Because there's some pretty scary toys in that.
Yeah.
Krampus,
Yeah.
The little gingerbread man.
No, well, we're talking about the toys, not the cookie.
Oh.
There's like a little evil bear,
Oh, yeah.
robots,
Yeah.
and an angel that goes on the top of a tree and whatnot. But the Jack in the Box is the scariest thing out of that movie, man.
Really?
Yeah, because
I think Jack in the Box has
well,
been
no,
like
this
in
is how it
several
comes out. No,
horror
it
films.
pops out, but it's this giant thing that just swallows a kid whole. So it's just like it took one of the kids and just shoved it straight down, and it's stuck in the stomach. Then Krampus comes, wrap it in a chain, and pulls it out so he gets the kids.
Wow.
Thanks
Well,
for
I
spoiling it for me.
Wish I had one of those.
You're not missing much, man. That movie is like about a 2.5 star out of me.
You know what my wife said?
Yeah.
She's texting me. She goes, "What about It?" She goes, "After
Oh.
It, you know those clowns that used to be sold in the store."
Yes,
I don't know why I forgot to say that because that's something I thought of.
And she's like,
yesterday.
"You should mention
King's It.
Pennywise
Yeah.
because Pennywise
Happy
actually
birthday,
became
Tim Curry yesterday.
Yeah.
And
But-
he's 70 now.
Yeah.
But that was a legitimate toy based,
Yeah.
and people would pick it up. You know, the old grandmas and
Yeah.
stuff. They would see it and they would think that it was the classic Harlequin, or as it was
True.
known, the red skeleton version of the pantomime, or what was it, Marcel.
Right.
I never found Pennywise scary, though.
Bozer.
I like to float.
Bozer the clown.
I'm floating right now, man. I'm feeling fine on cloud 9.
You're joking, man. I'm the one feeling fine.
I'm feeling super fine next to you, dude.
You know, the one thing
And
that I
he
like
bats
though.
his eyes at you while he says that.
I know some people would say Small Soldier scared them.
I did. I went with Small Soldiers
Because,
too.
yes, I would like to have a toy that knows military attack
Yeah, that was
operations
kinda-
and tactics against a little troop of monsters. That turns out to be good guys but simpletons.
Well, you know, the great thing about movies when it comes to toys is you always, when you see the toys in there, you're thinking, oh man, this is where it's going to get messed up. This is where it's going to get messed up. But only in Small Soldiers where the toys would come out and say, no, we're going to tell you how we're going to mess things up, you know?
No.
When it comes to, let's think about this. In the classic horror movie bend, a lot of time, a toy on screen is an implied horror to come.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when you see the teddy bear in the dark corner during Poltergeist and stuff. Oh, you know Carol Ann's going towards that light.
Mm-hmm.
They use directors in horror films
So they
love
use a
to
toy
use
as a guiding thing to the
It
horror
is.
You know,
element.
it's always the reaction of the little kid in the movie that freaks me out the most. It's when I see the kid getting scared at the item.
Depending on the movie, it's
Makes
also the
me
parents. Like how in Child's Play, when the mom finds out that there's no batteries in that doll, and then the doll starts swearing and hitting her across the head.
It's
So I normally just throw all my kids'
it's
toys
like
in the
that
bathtub.
little
so
monkey
that-
with the
Oh, yeah, that was a creepy toy though.
From The Shining.
The Shining.
The Shining was a great one.
Yeah, with the little.
The Shining actually for
Dude, I'm
me
gonna hug you
made
after
Big
this.
Wheels creepy for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you're just thinking of the carpet in the Stanley Hotel.
No, you know, I know we mentioned Annabelle, but what about Robert?
Really?
There's
Robert?
a doll. There's a so-called evil doll like Annabelle, but a male counterpart.
That
to
one
it.
is based on Chucky.
That's based on Chucky.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to get into derivatives today.
Oh, no derivatives. Oh, wow.
Because Chucky is the original, at least to me.
No, Robert is an actual tale.
Yeah, it's an
actual story.
It's an actual toy as
of
well.
a haunted boy doll. And the guy that owned the doll, he treated it like
it was his son.
It was his son, or
and the more you disrespect the doll, the more evil comes at you, man.
Yeah.
There's a doll like that in Japan as well.
Aojawa.
She's called. She's called Juriko. And
so they keep them in a box in like a museum, and then
yeah.
it's supposed to be less
so
haunted.
Basically,
in a
you
box
say no
in a
negative
museum?
thoughts, dude. Keep it all positive.
Like I don't know
vibes.
if it's
Can I just have a moment here on Friday Night Frights? Dear world, stop keeping around evil soul-sucking dolls.
Why?
Don't put them in boxes.
Yeah.
Burn them.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I don't know if I would want to go
Come
to
on,
the
my house. We'll
museum
do a
and
nice
see.
little bonfire, all right?
I don't know if I'd want to see the original Annabelle doll in a box, like
You know,
near it.
I don't know if I want to go to any place where somebody says, "Ooh, this doll sucked your soul." Go.
So I had a yard sale once, and my neighbor brought over this creepy doll, and these little girls came over, and the one girl goes, "My mom sees things, so I'm totally gonna buy this and see if my mom sees a ghost in it." It looks super creepy, like it's haunted, you know. I was like, "Oh god."
I think I would. I think when you go over to like places like Sabres and stuff like that, that's where it gets. That's where toys get really creepy because
Right?
see, one thing in movies that is, as long as we're talking about horror movies and toys as a horror device, old like marks and scuff marks on normal pristine clean looking toys, and then you've got like the jagged cut clown, you know, Barbie Scarface.
It's still good.
Right?
It's still good.
You know?
Yeah.
But anytime I see a movie where a director, you know, and I think a couple of clever times, I want to say Raimi did it with just little offshoots of things on shelves and stuff that you would have to kind of, you know.
Or like Evil Dead.
Oh, we're missing something good.
I don't
man.
know. When
the
Annabelle,
trilogy of horror or terror. What was it called? With the little idol?
Trilogy of Terror.
Yeah,
Oh, the
you know
Trilogy of
that.
Terror.
What was it called?
The Zuni
Tony-
Warrior doll.
Yeah, when he broke
Don't
the
do
chair
drugs,
out.
kids.
Yeah, this little was it an African toy? What was
Short-term
it?
memory.
We're also
God.
forgetting about movies like Magic.
All this
oh, Magic.
history.
What
Like
about
Magic Mike?
No, not that movie. There
That
was
toy
a,
was kind of scary when I saw it.
Well, no, there was a movie called Magic about a
There
ventriloquist
was
doll.
toys out of Magic Mike.
It was a toy, all right.
Help me.
Back to the point. No, Magic's about a ventriloquist doll that has a demonic spirit in it as well. It's similar to Dead Silence.
I don't ever want to date a guy
Oh,
that
Dead
shoves his hand
Silence.
up in a doll and makes voices.
Okay, but you know, this is the one thing that I've noticed in every horror movie that I've watched, because a lot of the stuff that I watch, I don't like the typical slasher horror because I'm one of those people that I'm locked in an era. If it's not like the first 4 Friday the 13th,
You're like, boo.
boo. You know, I'm a classic guy.
What's wrong with part 5?
See, and I'm more literal. I watch movies and I'm like, well, that would never really happen in real life.
Part 5, they
I-
just...
How did
I
Chuck?
just got a text and someone said, "Why aren't we mentioning The Conjuring?"
We
But we
mentioned
have
The
mentioned the Conjuring. We said Annabelle.
Yeah,
thought
they
you
don't
said
know that
Annabelle.
Annabelle is a part of The Conjuring.
I
Yeah.
gee whiz.
I couldn't do laundry after I watched that part when the mom went down into the basement
Yeah.
to do laundry, and oh, phew.
No.
My thing is, who's smart enough to put a washing machine down there?
A lot of people on the East.
Okay, so I got a question for everybody. Time for a survey. Toy of all time, and it doesn't...
Turn off the music.
Because...
have to be
Just
from a
any
movie?
toy that's creepy.
Just creepy.
I would have to say put batteries in. And
Oh, and
my
it had
Yeah,
its
that-
own language.
Yeah.
The one that looks like a
Yeah.
rip-
Okay. Well, what about you? What was a toy? It doesn't have to be based on anything. Well,
marijuana affects
That was
memory.
good 5 minutes ago that you asked me that question.
Okay.
And her 4 daughters are all very big Cow Trash Kids collectors.
Chicken did
I
this
used
as
to
a
love
joke
those.
later.
Oh, you mean the
Yeah.
Child's Play thing?
your soul.
No,
Yeah,
I
they would-
love
This
my
is why
Cabbage
it scares
Patch
me.
dolls.
Have you heard about the world's most addictive part to the kids?
And see, that's creepy
That's
for me.
called
That's
mental
where
illness.
change that object for them. They may get hooked on you instead.
They must
Bar with the bonnet and everything.
I'm sorry.
Help me! Oh yeah.
I actually had one of those, man.
Oh man.
My with the little shh. You don't want to wake up next to that anymore.
Mm.
You behave after that.
Allie.
Raggedy Ann, all the way.
Raggedy Ann.
My grandma made me a Raggedy Ann doll when I was little, and my grandma, God rest her soul, she was very, very mean. Like, she was a nice person, but she was a hardcore grandma, and she handmade me this Raggedy Ann doll, and it freaked me out. Like, I'd have to hide it underneath my bed in a bag. Like, it was the size of me.
The
You know, just
a life-size
A life-size
Raggedy
Raggedy
Ann
Ann
doll.
Well, I was a
Spooky.
kid.
That
so
reminds
it
me of
was
those
life-size.
generic-looking monkeys, whatever they call them. They're that grayish kind of thing.
Generic looking monkey.
Yeah, like that real stuffed animal. I
That
don't know,
is
man.
scary.
All right, Aljawa. Scariest toy.
You remember those little balls that they came in shapes like?
Are you talking about
little-
Mad Balls?
Mad balls.
Mad Balls
Mad
scared
By
you?
the way, people,
Mad
for New
Balls
Comic
scared
Book
you?
Wednesday this past week, since it is Friday,
I was never
we had Mad
allowed
Balls with
to
the
have
new
a
relaunch
Mad
on their
ball
comic.
when I was growing up.
A Mad
Really?
Balls.
I
Yes,
was
and they're
never
just coming
allowed
out
to
on
have
this
one.
past Wednesday.
Right, I
There's
just bought
like
an
4
old
shows
beat-up one
going
of
on
it.
here at once. Friday Night Frights, 88.5 FM, or
Hi.
AKAKU, channel 55. Allie LBG and Swanee Man. Tony
Yeah,
Midnight,
man.
and of course Aljawa. For me, I am going to go with, and I mentioned it earlier because I thought Tony was taking the answer away from me, but Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh, Teddy Ruxpin was
Because
very
I'll
scary.
tell you
This
why.
is the monkey doll I was talking about.
Oh, the
Doesn't that
sock
thing look-
monkey.
Sock monkeys, yeah.
Oh, a
I
sock
found that
monkey?
pretty
Really?
creepy.
You found that creepy?
Just the face. I don't know if I want to stare into
Just
some
a
monkeys
face.
where. Yeah, all monkeys have this red mouth that is gap open.
No, that was a good lipstick, man. How do you know that monkey's not a drag queen, by the way?
Exactly.
That
the point.
monkey could be living hers.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
I always thought though that Teddy Ruxpin, because
It
you remember
was.
how you could pop the tape in it.
And then
Yeah.
turn it
Yeah.
backwards
Yeah.
and play it backwards or something. And
Well,
then it
people
would
got the idea to record their own stuff and put
Yeah.
it in there. So you
didn't
know,
he have
every
a
so often
companion friend like a worm or something.
he did have the worm.
Grubby, I think was his
Mm.
name.
Oh my god, I have
The read
I
the
had
book,
Grubby,
the
I never
bookworm,
had
the
Teddy.
bookworm.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bookworm.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a bookworm. Huh?
Yeah, he
his
was.
face would glow, right?
Yeah.
But
Yep.
but early
scary.
animatronic toys to me, especially like Teddy Ruxpin, were just because I was waiting for Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Like this was the start of Skynet to me was
Oh.
Teddy Ruxpin and Ferb.
Can you imagine that? An army of Teddy Ruxpins marching down the street.
us tell you a
You just remind me of the Robin Williams movie Toy,
Oh my god.
where the uncle just
Oh, yeah,
started to
toys.
militarize toys
Yeah,
for
toys.
kids.
And even though that wasn't a horror film,
That still is kind of scary.
there
to
was
me.
there was some very creepy, very scary parts in Toy.
Hey, by the way, guys,
Yeah, the
we have
most
this tank.
creepiest
It's
part was
motion
him.
censored and it can shoot rockets and machine guns at you. Don't move.
Yeah,
It
but
was scary
hey.
that that girl wanted to make out with that guy who was a man baby.
Yeah, or you know what was worse? That little thing, that the
Maybe.
water toy. Oh yeah, by the way, stop swimming, Leslie. Don't move. It's a sea swine.
we got like what 10 more minutes left here on Friday Night Frights.
Yeah, we do.
So I want to bring this up because this
Okay.
is something that now it's not from the world of movies, even though it's been featured in movies before. It is the world of gaming has now started to use creepy toys, and one of the creepiest ones. And I'm going to ask you if you've ever played this game.
Oh.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Which
I don't
one?
think I ever played
I
that.
played all of them.
I think I played the first one and I was like,
I had a
this is
Ouija board.
boring.
Man, just let you know, number 5 is the worst one. Or
Oh yeah,
4.
the Ouija board is a scary toy.
We never even mentioned Ouija.
Yeah, we never even mentioned
Let's not.
Ouija.
I forgot that was
Let me
a.
tell you, I stirred
Parker
some stuff up
Brothers
when I
did
was
that.
a kid. I stirred some stuff up when I was a kid with that Ouija
I don't know if
board.
we can be friends anymore, Allie.
Everybody,
I
I
don't
like.
know if we can be friends after this.
We gotta
Why?
correct.
Oh,
We gotta
man,
correct.
That's bad vibes right there.
We gotta
Ouija
correct.
boards.
Vibes?
Hey,
Well, I mean, I don't have one now.
Wait, no, let me ask you this. What modern
It's
day
not-
toy scares you guys? For me, it's the ones with motion sensors. And you
Electrical.
walk- Those are scary.
Ooh, that's some
Once
scary
you plug
stuff.
in, woo,
Yes.
So, Baggins, I'm guessing?
double headers.
Can you say that on the radio? It's Friday night.
I think I just messed up Shaggy's night. Shaggy's gonna be killing me after this, people.
You know, after this show,
Yeah.
I will literally be a crypt keeper in this room.
Fright keeper.
Can you do the voice?
No. It's gonna go to crypt because I'm gonna kill you and bury you under the studio.
You know what
I'll
side of the
haunt
block
you
you're
guys for
from?
the rest of my life.
Yeah, the Ouija board. That was a super scary toy that everybody wanted to have.
And
in
it
the
was
80s.
Parker Brothers, wasn't it?
It was Parker Brothers. Yeah.
Ouija.
Yeah,
No,
man.
was it Parker Brothers or
Well, I
Mattel?
thought Milton Bradley did a version of it. A version.
It's
a version.
It's Ouija.
Oh,
Ouija, you
is
mean.
it Ouija board?
Ouija.
Did you ever
My
mess with the
friend
dark
had
arts?
one. I never had one of my own. My friend had one.
Ouija is a very
That's another thing
Americanized
that I was
Oh,
never
that's like
allowed to
name
mess
of it.
around.
Did
like
you ever
saying
play tarot
aloe and
cards,
alloy.
man?
Tarot cards?
My friend gave me a stack of tarot cards. Told me it was just regular playing cards.
I
had tarot cards for a long time.
I have a stack of tarot cards.
Do you know how to read them now?
I don't
Hey
know how to
Tony,
read them.
how do you manage all of this mess, man? These guys are just nuts.
I just hang back.
Yeah, but
You gotta lay off that crack, man.
Yeah. So Five Nights at Freddy's, though, and I
so
love
soft and
this
fluffy.
because
Please stop taking X.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and call the prediction here on Friday Night Frights. Eventually, Five Nights at Freddy's, you're going to see this made into a movie.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. I
How
want
did
to
you
see
guys
it.
I don't know
talk
what
about
it
it already?
is.
Okay, so it is you remember Chuck E. Cheese as a kid?
Yeah.
You know, and you'd go in there and they would have the Chuck E. Cheese band.
Right.
And it's, let's sing the pizza song.
Yeah.
Let's all sing the pizza song.
I had
Yeah,
my birthday
yeah.
there.
Yeah, okay. Now imagine, remember, like, there was always those nights when you would do the late night Chuck E. Cheese's parties, like when your friends were cool and their parents would be like, oh, let's do the sleepover at Chuck E. Cheese's.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're there at night and the power is off on the stage and you've got these
Aren't you a night guard?
Yeah,
in the game?
right.
animatronics.
Stuck, you know.
Do you remember you could crawl underneath the stage?
And
in
you'd
the
see
little
all the
tiny-
push rods and stuff.
So Five Nights at Freddy is those things, but now they're actually moving.
Yeah. They can come after you.
Wow.
And
And
the
you're
whole-
trapped in the pizza shop all night.
The whole idea of the game is you play a security guard monitoring the CCT.
Oh,
You got a
that's
music
scary.
box.
What system is this for?
It's
All
on an
systems.
App and
It's a-
everything.
it's
man.
a web
I would
app.
say get the
Scary.
app because it's a lot easier on you and
Yeah.
it's
But,
convenient.
what is that again?
Five Nights at
Five
Freddy's.
Nights at
But that
Freddy's.
is
Five Nights
based
at
on
Freddy's.
people's and I don't want to call it irrational. I want to say it's very rational fear
Yeah.
of these large animatronic animals
Being
that
stuck
sing
in
the pizza song 100
stuck in
times.
Because
a
not all
pizza
kids even like
parlor.
them. My kids freak out when they see those people with costumes on like that.
Yeah, but Five Nights at Freddy's, I'm going to go ahead and call it. It's going to be.
It's gonna be.
That would be a great movie. Actually.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the most recent game from them?
Which part?
There's I think part 4 or 5. You actually bring the toys home now.
Oh, yeah,
What?
that's right. You've got Toy
Yeah.
Chica and stuff. Yeah, because my daughter now is like, Dad, I want Toy Chica. And I'm going, what kind of freak are you? Wanting
She likes the
homicidal
game?
puppets. We play it all the time.
Oh my goodness.
What night are you stuck on? I don't get past night 4, man.
I don't let my kid play that kind of
Hey,
stuff.
kidding me? We beat them.
Beat 'em all.
We sit there in Minecraft and Five Nights at Freddy's like tag team. Okay, you build the house. Now you take Freddy.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad, you better turn on the music for Mangle.
Don't forget to close the door and get your mask.
Yeah, but it's and I like it though when we talk about horror films and toys though, because it seems like toys are a lot of ways, like when you're a kid, to get you into your first horror film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Definitely.
Yeah.
it is the marijuana of movies. It's the gateway drug.
Yeah, it was like
Toy
Madonna.
movies, toy horror movies are like when you see them as a kid, you're going, "Ooh, I want to watch more of that."
Yeah.
You know, you're a little scared. You're like, you're hiding behind people. No, Harry! Yeah. But then after a while, you're like, I want to go see more.
Yeah.
Now, as a kid, the toy that I liked the most was my Frankenstein monster doll.
Oh man.
The little, kind of not hard plastic, but you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I
those
had the
little
hard
soft
plastic
plushy
ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I had Frank from Hanna-Barbera.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my goodness.
Yeah, yeah. You remember it, Frankie?
Yep.
I had
remember.
him.
Wow.
Lucky guy.
No, man.
Mine's almost more like not the Boris Karloff, the Bela Lugosi Frankenstein monster looking thing. Yeah, people remember that.
Frankenstein has gone heroin chic this year.
Ooh.
Mincing around.
And he was still buried in his cape.
Yeah, I know, right? But the Dracula toys and like the classic Hollywood toys that you'd get as a kid, I actually love those. Like the classic Wolfman. I always would buy Wolfman every time I see it, like at a Hot Topic. Back then, Spencer Gifts or whatever.
Spencer's.
Yeah.
My favorite one is the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Always.
Oh, the one I
man.
could never get my hands on. I always wanted that action figure.
Yeah, I kind of wanted Swamp Thing, but I could never find the non-plastic version.
I'm not too sure about having Swamp.
Oh yeah, because of the
Yeah.
hallucinogenic sex life.
Yeah. I would love to eat another man's tuber, but not that way.
Like, let's do it.
What?
Hey, there's only 420 left in the show.
Oh, right. Spark it
And it's
up.
420. Well, it's sweet. For Swamp Thing to consummate with the woman, she takes a bite of a tuber that gives him a
Oh my God, that was
sex
like
fantasy.
That was weak.
That was weak.
That was the weakest hit I ever saw in my life.
Get it.
Oh, now we're talking. That's some Snoop Dogg. That's some Snoop Dogg.
Is he Snoop Dogg or Snoop Lion still? I never checked that out.
Is it okay that
I think he's Rabbit at this point.
Is it okay that he just took a hit off a dab?
You know he's in the WWE Hall of Fame now?
Yeah, did you
That's
see
so
that?
odd.
WWE toys were kind of creepy at times. Remember Sting's original toy?
I don't know about- there's
With the
something
yellow and
creepy
blue
about,
makeup.
like a bodybuilder with a
Remember the
Speedo
Bash 'em
on.
Buddies? Remember the Bash 'em Buddies?
The Ultimate Warrior.
Bodybuilders with mullets
One
and
more for
Speedos.
me. The My Pet Monster.
My
Yeah,
Pet
My
Monster.
Pet Monster too. We talked about that in the
That
cartoon.
nose looked like a diseased sailor, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I know. But, Hollywood, though, to me, it always seems that
Those are Ewoks on crack, man.
they like to use toys to kind of hint at innocence right before that innocence is torn asunder. And I know this isn't a horror show, and it's not even a show that we would relate here on Friday Night Frights with anything good or decent about life.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the most effective uses in modern memory of the humble teddy bear, because the teddy bear has been used in everything from like Cape Fear.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You remember that had
Yeah.
a picture of the shadows over the white teddy bear and Mark Wahlberg? Okay, man.
Five Nights at Freddy's changed
Five
that,
Nights at
yeah.
Freddy's too. But one of the things that when we talk about the device of toys and teddy bears in particular, I don't know. I'm going to call them creepiest toy of all time.
My kids
Sorry,
don't have any teddy
FDR.
bears. They
What?
are pretty creepy.
You know the story about teddy bears, right?
Teddy bears.
We don't have time for it.
Yeah, we don't have time for the
They got their
diatribe.
name for Theodore Roosevelt.
FDR.
Okay, so we got 2 minutes in here. Hey, we got any shout outs?
I got a couple of shout-outs. Shout-outs to Killer Cal for taking over Maui Matters this week. Shout-outs to Larry John, who is still recovering.
Larry John.
Uncle John. Uncle
Who
Larry.
I'm now having to cover his show. And, of course, shout-outs to my wonderful stylist, Savers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with Savers
All right,
there.
I'm Hollywood like that.
Okay, me?
Mr. Midnight, shout-outs.
Quick shout out to Wet Movie 1. Brendan, what's up, man? Hey, I saw that video of that guy. He's a butthead. He's a butthead. Don't listen to the crap that he says, man. He got like cyberbullying and stuff on YouTube. By a big YouTube
head
guy
is
too.
shaped
I'm
like
like,
this.
get it. Leafy is here. Right there.
Is he allowed to do that too?
No, I'm gonna
he's
censor it. I'm gonna censor it out. Don't worry.
You have no idea
Swan?
our post-production
I would
budget.
say to the Dorkening, to Wolfhouse 808, to Maui Comics, to Nerdwalk,
Yeah, the
to
Dorkening.
Hawaii
Yes.
Trendsetters. Ryan, we love you, man. We miss you. To Al Jawa.
Jawa.
Oh, there you are, man. I can't see.
Now, not only is he colorblind, he's dwarf blind, too. All right.
Allie.
Allie.
I'm going to give a shout out to Decine Air Conditioning, to Maui Drone Racing Club,
Oh,
to
drones.
the Cutting Edge Hair and Salon. If you want to look pretty, you should go call my girls up in Kihei.
Okay.
875-8575. Go check them out.
Jawa?
Always special shout outs to Special Olympics Maui. Love you guys over there.
I love how it's special shout-outs
It's a
to the
special,
Special Olympics.
special shout out to
Yeah.
the Special
Oh,
Olympics.
man, I don't
You know
but
what
I
you
see
should
something
do?
Extra
implied
special
there.
shout out.
Because you do a lot of work with Special Olympics and stuff. You should have like the secret Al Jawa wink at the camera when you do it. So look in the camera over
should
there
be the
and
ambassador.
give them
You're doing
this.
a Deadpool
Ready?
moment
Ready?
wearing a Deadpool
I'd like
shirt.
to
That's
give them
hardcore.
the special shout out Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
he's
he
like
did the double thing.
ambassador.
Yeah.
Also,
Hey.
Special
shout
shout
out
outs.
to Rave Corner on Tuesday morning shenanigans. We can't forget about this.
Yes, Rave Corner too.
Yep.
And
Rave Corner.
special thank you to Maui Comics and Collectibles. They're now
I
one
took
of
that.
And we're out.
Yeah.
We're out. We're done. All right,
There
everybody.
goes the music.
We're good.